Greetings, welcome back. I am Zar, or Zardia, also known as Matthew, and today we're going to be going over some first impressions of this modified rival Nemesis that I picked up from Team Death on eBay. So, first of all, what are we looking at here? We have, part of the loadout is my 6+1 paintball pod holster. I've actually put a pod where we normally put the air tank. And then I've got our two smaller pods here in the vertical type of holster. So this holds approximately, I would say, 800 to 900 rounds. When you add in this full Zombie Slayer pouch and this hopper as well. So we have the out of darts funnel here that I have applied. Very easy application. Just a little bit of super glue is all you need. Out of darts right there. So this is definitely a unique blaster, I must say. And as you can see, I've also modified the shield to fit on this. There's lots of decals on here. And I actually kind of like this because it gives it that worn look. I really like the worn look of this blaster. So a little scuff here and a little scratch there, I think actually adds to the overall ambiance of this blaster. And I requested this decal here. And again, forgive me, my lighting in here is terrible. This is aptly named the NUKER, and there is another decal there. So the first thing I noted was that the headshot rounds here are quite different. I don't know if these are newer or older headshot rounds, but they feel very different, and they're really light. These are much lighter than Rival or Adventure Force rounds, and that's definitely noticeable right away when I pick the blaster up. It's much lighter than both the stock Nemesis I have and the modified red Rival Nemesis from Schmitty's Modworks, which also has the Neo Rhino feeder motor. This does not have that. This actually has a 16 gauge wire rewire. The locks have been removed, as you can see. It's a pretty good paint job overall, I'd say. I like the green, and I said earlier I like the worn look. Borderlands themed. Yeah, see, there's a little scratch on the hopper there. Again, not a big deal. I think it adds to the ambiance of this blaster, as I stated earlier. Did come with the Lipo Charger. So let's open it up here, and we'll get to some of the aspects I felt were a little strange. I have to say, first of all, the switch feels very good. That feels very good, and that feels very good. So that's always a plus. So let's open it up here. I still have to get a thumb screw mod for this one. I do have a thumb screw mod for the red Rival Nemesis from Schmitty's Modworks. But I'm going to have to get one for this eventually. So now this is where it gets a little interesting. We have a 3S Lipo in here, but these connectors, I'm a little on the fence about. I've never actually seen these connectors. I'm usually used to the XT60, and I noted that when I connect these, it's a bit loose. And I'll show you that here as I connect them in just a moment. Yeah, they go together really easily. As you can see, they don't really line up there, and it's just really easy to pull them apart. Like, yeah, they just come apart just like that. And that's got me concerned a little bit. I'm not sure I like that. I will probably end up replacing these with XT60 connectors, because I don't like this loose fit at all. And I'm worried that in battle, unless I, tape it together or something, that it's going to disconnect. As the blaster, I'm running around, and as you can see there, it's just very loose, and that's not good. So I did note to the seller, Team Death, that I would be doing a full review of this blaster. And this is one of the first things I've noticed that are a little questionable here. I'm not sure why he's using these connectors, as they are, I would say, less than ideal. So let's go on to a little bit of a firing demo here. Give me just a moment so I can get this into position. So again, the blaster feels good, the switches feel good. It's very light. I've got the tactical light on there currently. But now here's another thing that I noticed. So listen to this now. This does not sound like your average Nemesis blaster. Now see, when I rev that, the motors stop very quickly. Normally rival motors will continue to run and hum a little bit after you release the rev. But as soon as I release this rev, they stop. And I thought that, I'm not sure about that. I don't know if that's a good thing, a bad thing. I'm going to have to consult with some of the boys from the rival group to ask about what's up with that. But as for firing, the firing seems pretty solid. It's definitely shooting hard. It's shooting fast. Obviously, without a Neo Rhino for the feeder motor, you're going to have to rattle it around every now and again. But the firing performance so far has been good. I have no complaints there. And these new headshot rounds, I rather like them because they're very light. And the texture is a bit different. And it reduces the weight overall of the blaster. But as you can see, the locks have been removed. I don't think it'll rev with the slide open. Let's see. Oh, it actually will. Okay, so you can rev with the door open. Will it fire with the door open? It will. Okay, I like that. That's cool. I like that. I like that they removed the lock for this door here. I think that's a good thing. But again, that sound though, I mean, it almost doesn't sound right. It sounds like something's clogging it, and it's not. It's just the way it's been wired. And perhaps it was their attempt at motor braking, I'm not sure. But it's not affecting the firing performance at all. And if anything, that might actually save battery life, as you're not spinning and revving as much. As I said, I've also fashioned this shield to fit on here. I mean, it looks great. The decals are all attached, they stick pretty securely. I mean, over time, obviously, some of them might come off and wear off, but that's not a big deal. So yeah, right now, the main questions I have are, what's going on with the rev and the motors, and why did he choose to use these type of connectors? But as for the actual firing performance, it seems solid. I'll be conducting a comparison to Schmitty's ModWorks rival Nemesis. I have conducted a range test on that already. You can see that linked in my video description below. I estimate that this will be right around that same mark from what I'm seeing and hearing. But obviously until we do the test itself, there's no way to tell. And the type of ammunition might matter as well. I think this ammunition actually suits a little hotter. And again, I'm not sure if these are newer or older headshot rival rounds. This is the Lipo for it. This appears to be a little bit of a generic Lipo Charger, but I guess it gets the job done. And the Lipo itself is, I believe, 2200 mAh. Let's take a look at it. Yeah, it's a HPB Power 2200. And this is standard for your Nemesis. This is actually a pretty big Lipo. This is bigger than some of the 3S Lipos that I've seen. And obviously you can see this was originally a red blaster before the paint job. So my ultimate Nemesis loadout is nearing completion. I have over 1,000 rival rounds now. And with these pods and the funnel, it's going to be a very quick reload. And as I noted earlier, I really like that I can leave this open. And there are rival rounds rounds in the way. Let's move that so it can open it all the way to click. There we go. I really like I can leave this open and rev and fire. That's going to help a lot during live battle. I'm not going to have to stop and open the door, dump my rounds in from the pods. I can just leave this open. This is actually something that the one from Schmitty's Modworks will not do. And the one from Schmitty's Modworks still has the locks on that one as well. So it's a bit of a trade-off, I guess. Overall, I'd say I'm pleased with the purchase. I really like the performance. There's a lot of good things going on with this blaster. But there are some question marks as well. And I hope to get those answered soon. Once I do get them answered, I'll have them updated in the video description. I'm going to field this at the next Nerf War, which is at the end of this month. And we're going to see how it performs compared to the one from Schmitty's Modworks. And of course I have 3 rival Nemesis hoppers. I have one with a red funnel from Out of Darts on it. And the shield can fit on that as well. And then I have another one that I've attached the 3D printed solid medium size hopper to. And you can check out that link in my video description as well for that blaster. But coming soon in the future, we're going to have a comparison demo, a range test. I can only estimate the FPS as I still don't have a chronograph, but from what I'm seeing right here, I estimate the FPS to be anywhere between 130 to 140 FPS, which is about the same as the one from Schmitty's Modworks. So that said, just some first impressions here from this blaster from Team Death. I will be posting this on my YouTube and notifying them that these are just first impressions, and I hope to get these questions I hope to get these questions answered about these connectors and why the motor is so fast to quit revving. So stay tuned to the channel for all those updates on the progress of this blaster. The NUKER. I mean, aesthetically it's beautiful. This is a beautiful looking blaster. The worn look is really nice. Borderlands theme. Now granted, the tip is not orange, but with the yellow on here and the overall appearance, I don't think that's going to cause any problems as in regards to outdoor battle. This yellow here is going to make all the difference in being able to identify this blaster as something that is a toy. So I think I've covered all I wanted to for now. Thank you for watching. We'll have more updates on this video, and eventually I will have my full Ultimate Rival Nemesis Loadout over 1,000 rounds in a video as well. So until next time, Nerf on everyone, and thank you for watching.